Good day and welcome to my Bible and I daily reading. This is where we read a chapter from the Bible each and every day. There's so much we can learn from the Bible, and it's very important that we zoom in, okay, and actually don't just read through quickly, okay? Let's read it with understanding, okay? So we're taking it a chapter each and every day. Okay, today we're in chapter 19, Joshua chapter 19. Before I read, let's close our eyes with a word of prayer. Our gracious Father in heaven, Lord, thank you for this day as we're about to read through your word. Be in our midst and help us to understand. This is my humble prayer in your mighty name, Lord. Amen. All right, Joshua chapter 19. I read in your hearing from the New King James Version. It reads as follows. The second lot came out for Simeon, for the tribe of the children of Simeon, according to their families, and their inheritance was within the inheritance of the children of Judah. They had in their inheritance Beersheba, or Sheba, Molada, Hazar-Shual, Bala, Ezem, El-Toled, Bethel, Homa, Ziklag, Beth-Marcaboth, Hazar-Susa, Beth-Labaoth, and Sharuhen, 13 cities and their villages. Ain, Rimmon, Ethanch, and Ashan, 4 cities and their villages, and all the villages that were all around these cities, as far as Baalath Beer, Ramah of the south. This was the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Simeon according to their families. The inheritance of the children of Simeon was included in the share of the children of Judah, for the share of the children of Judah was too much for them. And therefore the children of Simeon had their inheritance within the inheritance of that people. The third lot came out for the children of Zebulun according to their families, and the border of their inheritance was as far as Zarid. Their border went toward the west, and to Maralah, went to Dabesheth, and extended along the brook that is east of Jokneam. Then from Sarid it went eastward toward the sunrise along the border of Shislot Tabor, and went out toward Daberath, bypassing Japhia. And from there it passed along on the east of Gath Hefer toward Eth-Kazin, and extended to Rimmon, which borders on Nia. The border went around it on the north side of Hananoth, and it ended in the valley of Jiphtah-El. Included were Kata, Nahalal, Shimron, Idalah, and Bethlehem, 12 cities with their villages. This was the inheritance of the children of Zebulun according to their families, these cities with their villages. The fourth lot came out to Issachar for the children of Issachar according to their families, and their territory went to Jezreel and included Shesuloth, Shunem, Haphraim, Shion, Anaharath, Rabbath, Kishion, Ebez, Ramoth, and Ganim, and Hadek, and Beth Pazzaz. And the border reached to Tabor, Shazma, and Beth Shemesh. Their border ended at the Jordan. 16 cities with their villages. And this was the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Issachar according to their families, the cities and their villages. The fifth lot came out for the tribe of the children of Asher according to their families, and their territory included Helkath, Hali-Betan, Aksaph, Alamelech, Amid, and Mishal. It reached to Mount Carmel westward along the brook Shihor-Libnath. It turned toward the sunrise to Beth Dagon, and it reached to Zebulun and to the valley of Jiphtah-El. Then northward beyond Beth Emek and Nail, bypassing Cabul, which was on the left, including Ebron, Rehob, Hammon, and Canath, as far as Greater Sidon. And the border turned to Ramah and to the fortified city of Tyre. Then the border turned to Hosah and ended at the sea by the region of Agzib. Also Ummah, Aphek, and Rehob were included, 22 cities with their villages. This was the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Asher according to their families, these cities with their villages. The sixth lot came out to the children of Naphtali for the children of Naphtali according to their families, and their border began at Heleph, enclosing the territory from the terebinth tree in Zananim, Adami Nekeb, and Jabneel as far as Lakum. It ended at the Jordan. From Heleph the border extended westward to Asnath Tabor and went out from there toward Hukok. It adjoined Zebulun on the south side and Asher on the west side, and ended at Judah by the Jordan toward the sunrise. And the fortified cities are Ziddim, Zer-Hamath, Rakath, Shineroth, Adamah, Ramah, Hazor, Kadesh, Dre, and Hazor, Iron, Migdal El, Horem, Beth Anath, and Beth Shemesh, 19 cities with their villages. This was the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Naphtali, according to their families, the cities and their villages. The seventh lot came out for the tribe of the children of Dan, according to their families, and the territory of their inheritance was Zorah, Eshtaol, Irshemesh, Shalabim, Aijalon, Jetah, Elon, Timnah, Ekron, Eltekeh, Gibbethon, Baalath, Jehud, Ben-Bereg, Gath-Rimmon, Mejakan, and Rakon, with the region near Joppa. The border of the children of Dan went beyond these, because the children of Dan went up to fight against Leshem and took it. And they struck it with the edge of the sword, took possession of it, and dwelt in it. They called Leshem Dan, after the name of Dan their father. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Dan, according to their families, these cities with their villages. When they had made an end of dividing the land as an inheritance according to their borders, the children of Israel gave an inheritance among them to Joshua the son of Nun. According to the word of the Lord, they gave him the city which he asked for, Timnath Serah in the mountains of Ephraim, and he built the city and he dwelt in it. These were the inheritances which Eleazar the priest, Joshua the son of Nun, and the heads of the fathers of the tribes of the children of Israel divided as an inheritance by lot in Shiloh before the Lord at the door of the tabernacle of meeting. So they made an end of dividing the country. May the Lord add a blessing to his word, now and forevermore. Amen. Okay, so in chapter 19, there's, a full division of land. Remember the 7 cities we learned off in chapter 18? Okay, the 7 tribes which needed land, which needed their land given to them. So now all of them received their allotment of land as well. So the entire country, or the remaining land, was divided equally, and they received their portion. But what stood out for me, it's quite interesting. We see the house of Dan, though they were allotted a certain portion of land, because they conquered, they went an extra mile in conquering a city, and they received their land as well. So they received special honor and special mention, because once again, they did their part. Maybe they even did beyond their part, They exceeded expectations, and so they received more than what they were initially blessed. This is, when I interpret it, we get rewarded when we go the extra mile. Even just in business or in the world around us, if you go an extra mile for something, you will get rewarded, than a person who's just going the ordinary mile. So putting in that extra effort, giving it our best, essentially giving it our best in what we do, we will get rewarded. Sometimes you don't get rewarded immediately. Sometimes you're not there to receive the reward, but there is a reward when we give in, when you go an extra mile, when you give in more than what we are expected to give, right? And so the house of Dan received that benefit. They are given more land, because of that. And another thing that's just continued, it's continuously expressed and emphasized and reiterated as we read about the story of the Israelites, is the fact that they had a part to play, They needed to do their part in order for them to receive their land, Their blessing is there, but there is something which they needed to do to receive it as well, So as we also work on making our contributions, we all can contribute something in the world, The world needs your skill, Your intellect, your presence, It needs whatever it is that you alone can give, Or that you can give. It needs it, Let us not value what we can contribute into the world, into making our world a better place, Because there's always going to be a role which we need to play, In order for us to enjoy the fruits of the blessings that God, gives us. So look deep, Some people sit back and they're like, no, but I don't know what I need to do, If you don't do your part, sometimes you may not receive the blessing, The blessing was there for you to receive, but because you're not doing your part, you just rob yourself of a blessing, So let us do our parts, given wholeheartedly, go an extra mile like Dan, okay? Go an extra mile, and let us see how God will continue to bless us and groom us and prepare us, okay, for greater things. Because if we are faithful in small things, okay, He's going to bless us with even more things, okay? But we need to do our part and show that faithfulness in, the smaller things that we'll have. So yes, in this chapter, they all receive now their allotment of land, okay? And we see that they did their part and they all received their allotment of land, okay? So yes, we continue in with the book of Joshua. Okay, tomorrow we are looking at Joshua chapter 20. All right, but I'd like to definitely hear what you picked up from this reading. What stood out from you from Joshua chapter 19? Okay, do you perhaps have an example of how you gave in an extra mile and were rewarded for it? Do you agree with that? Yeah, so I definitely would like to hear what you pick out from this, what you learned from this as well. Let's close our eyes with a word of prayer. Our gracious Father in heaven, Lord, thank you for being with us, Lord, as we continue to learn from you, Lord. Please purify our hearts, purify our minds, and help us to be most receptive to receive the blessings and the teachings and the guidance that you have for us, Lord. This is my humble prayer in your mighty name, Lord. Amen. All right, have a good one. And yes, do remember to subscribe, okay? Let us continue to grow together, okay? Be blessed and take care.